the puppets are drying, that we would write something that we think Shakespeare probably would have written if he had thought of it, and maybe just didn't get around to. So how many of you are familiar with Are You My Mother? Yeah? Yeah, you got that one? And you know how I actually don't know what PD stands for, but Mr. Eastman, when he wrote it, like the very first part where it says a mother bird sat on her egg and then the egg jumped, right? Oh no. So we wondered, what would it sound like if Shakespeare had written this play, this book, which might have been a play if Shakespeare had written it. And so we kind of figured out, well, this is maybe what it would have sounded like. So instead of a mother bird sat on her egg, he might have said something like this. Upon her egg, a mother bird did set most sincerely and with deliberate intent. But nigh the egg did jump it most unexpectedly. Oh, what a glorious day this be! Soon my dearest treasure shall arrive, and yet I find myself unprepared. I must needs sally forth and retrieve morsels plentiful and nutritious for my dearest offspring, saith she. And so, like a bird to flight, she, well, took to flight. Meanwhile, left to its own course, the egg did jumpeth again. And it jumpeth again. Like a veritable pogo stick, the egg did jump, and jump in a most amusing manner, jump again. Until at the very end emergent a nascent fowl, truly diminutive in its avian stature. And as is the nature of baby birds, given tongue by bridled, artistic imagination, the newborn did spake, saying, Oh, woe is me, for I find myself most motherless indeed. Predisposed to directions vertical, he did gaze both high and low, yet to no avail. And he did further proclaim, This is unacceptable! I will find remedy, and set forth to investigate the expanse of his environs. Firm in the grasp of gravity's unforgiving well, the bird did plummet with celerity towards the earth below. A fall most fatal, but for his minute and bird-like nature. For in truth he could not take to wing, but it was indeed within his powers to exercise his perambulatory capabilities. He could walk. Now is the time, fair gentles, that I shall emerge victorious in my quest, he said. Alas, lacking in powers discriminatory and comprehensive, he did rush right past the very target of this search without laying eye upon her. Instead did his prying eye uncover a feline juvenile. When the baby bird did inquire as to the extent of its avian maternal nature, the kitten merely regarded him in silent disregard. It could not be denied, the kitten, his mother, was not. Next, his fate unwound, he did come upon a hen. Although my maternal genetrix, he beseeched her. Nay, spaketh the hen. So it would appear that neither the hen nor the kitten could lay claim to the title of mother, and he did continue upon his way. I must needs find my mother, the baby bird cried unto the heavens. But where, oh where could she be? How fate doth run cruel in its ironic course. Whereupon he did come face to face with a dog. In earnest hope he did then ask, Art thou the blessed role model to whom I shall ever be bound this son? Thou hast been blinded by your desperation, for I am assured, canine spake the dog. It would seem that in the quest for his mother, no kitten, hen, or dog could fill this aching need, and so, undaunted, the bird continued. Whereupon he did discover a beast most bovine. And once again he called forth his herald, Art thou my mother? Oh, you poor simpleton, by what manner could you think me your man? For I am, as it is plain to see, a cow. Kitten, hen, dog, cow, so many have failed to meet so simple an expectation. Could it be, he did wonder and despair, that no mother at all have I? But he did bolster with great conviction, and laid claim for all to hear, Nay, I will not be thwarted. My certainty shall sustain me, and I shall my mother situate. And in the fury of his determination, he did now run where once it had sufficed to walk. And so he did next see a car. For only in the briefest of moments did he consider that such a construct foreign and antediluvian could ensure his genesis, and so he did hurry past without pause. The bird once again felt a vertical assessment to be in order. As once he had, he looked way, way down. And upon the gem-studded water did notice a vessel of maritime ilk. I have espied her, he did exclaim, and called forth forcefully to it. But alas, 'twas for naught, for the boat went on. His gaze did shift the opposite of its first consideration, and way, way up did his eyes grasp, and in doing so did spy at the winged form of a plane, expansive in size and distance both. Oh, dearest mother, canst not hear my most desperate? Oh, but it was the very nature of his fortune. The plane would not cease its journey. In this dark hour, the baby bird did suddenly notice a thing most large, and did mistake it, as so many times before, for his dearest Mumsy. Hark! For I have found my journey's mark, she standeth proudly before me.
He thinks that
Oh, divine providence, thou hast heard the prayers of my aching heart, and delivered me unto this blissful conclusion. But with a suddenness most jarring, the thing did issue forth aloud and vibrant. Snort! Oh, cruel fate, cried the baby bird, to present such false pretense to an innocent seeking but the warmth of his mother's love. I must flee this atrocity, for I have seen its true form, and it is clearly a snort lacking in matriarchal nature. But alas, there was no avenue by which to decamp, as all seemed lost. The snort raised the baby bird high towards escalatory uncertainty, and he did implore any who might hear to aid his desperate plight. Now, most unexpectedly, the snort did pause, and the bird pondered, to whence hath I come? With merciful grace, the snort did deposit him most gentle into the very nest of his origin. Within but moments, the mother did return, and inquire if he could devise the nature of her identity. Oh, indeed, your visage is one most welcome. Thou art nor kitten, nor hen, nor dog, nor cow. Thou art nor boat, nor plane, nor snort. Thy avian nature stands evident, and it is my firmest, unfailing belief that thou art my mother. Oh. Now you can see why all of his children's books did not sell very well.
Welcome, my friends, to the streets of Verona, the city in Italy where this story takes place. To your right, you have the Capulet's Tybalt, and his friend...
Ted.
Ted? Really? Okay, and his friend Ted. To your left, you have Benvolio. Wait, hello, Benvolio. Who is a cousin of Romeo Montague. Next to him is not Romeo, however, but Romeo's good friend Mercutio, a name-meeting, swift-footed bearer of crunchy cereal.
Don't not.
Or something like that. Anyways, here we have a clash of the Capulets and the Montagues, and as you shall see, they don't care for each other.
Look yonder, good fellows. Do you also see the scoundrels Mercutio and Benvolio?
Indeed, but not their friend Romeo. Still should we do them great offense. Say I that we bite our thumbs at them.
A thumb bite in Verona is quite the insulting gesture. Why, you ask? Well, it derives from a long tradition of nail-biting from cultured circles of the Venezuelan Riviera, where rebellious sloths would charge out from the jungle.
No, not.
So they would charge out in large numbers.
Two? Thou consider two as a large number.
Sometimes there are more. And they would rush out to villagers bearing their lethal colonial muskrats, and the villagers would have to...
I think thou meanest muskets. Colonial muskets.
No, I'm pretty sure it was muskrats.
Be this important to our tale of Romeo and Juliet.
You never know. Sloths are sneaky like that. But where were we?
Thumb biting.
Ah, yes. Well, it is an insulting gesture. Even worse than this.
Thumb biting, a good and suited insult indeed. But I fear we must find other means, for upon closer inspection I do see that I have left my home with nary a thumb to bite.
Then perhaps we might flap our ears at them most grievously.
Strong and worthy plan. Let us not waste the day, but engender forth from some desultory waggling.
You flap your ears at us?
I do flap my ears, sir.
Do you flap your ears at us, sir?
No, sir, I do not flap my ears at you, sir. But I do flap my ears, sir. And when is so, I waggle my head as well, making no claim as to a waggle's intended target.
I think we should quarrel with her.
I quarrel,
Do you quarrel, sir?
Yes, indeed. No,
No,
we do not. No quarrel, of course not. No quarrel.
If you do, sir, then I am for you. I stand as good a man as you, sir.
Will we stand here and endure such abuse from the likes of Capulet puppets such as these, who clearly flap their ears and waggle their heads with ill intent?
Let honor be defended.
What skullduggery and ill-intended brouhaha is this? While you waggle your ears and flap your heads, these streets seem their peaceful concourse.
It is the prince in all his princely, frogly glory.
Indeed, but misinformed upon the nature of our ill deed, because it was our ears that flapped and our heads that waggled, not the twigs we played.
I care not what did flap or which did waggle, be it ear, or head, or any other part belonging to a paper bag. The next who fights is great in trouble. So cut it out. Seriously? I mean it.
And now it is time to meet our unfortunate lovers, the big Romeo and the cat Juliet. They do not know each other yet, but will meet when Mercutio sneaks Romeo into a Capulet party.
I've such a crush on Rosalind, but my affections she does not return.
It presents thee not well to be so enamored of merely one. By giving liberty unto thine eyes, examine other beauties. Tonight there will be a party at this same ancient feast of Capulets. Sups the fair Rosalind whom thou so lovest, with all the admired beauties of Verona. Go thither and with unattainted eye, compare her face with some that I shall show, and I will make thee think thy swan a crow.
If thou would be so kind as to untangle this maze of words.
What's that?
What saith he?
Oh, he said it, that Rosalind may be cute, but there are way cuter girls at the Capulet party, and you should go check them out.
Really? I doubt thy words. But if this party is fair, and hath the little hot house wrapped up in blankets,
Yes.
well, I shall accompany thee anyway to free the pigs.
Okay.
Okay.
Evening has come, and we have Juliet and her mother.
Tell me, kitty cat daughter Juliet, how stands your disposition to be married? The fair Paris seeks you for his love.
The whole city?
Nay, not the city, but a gentleman of like name. Just as fair, but with fewer street tramps.
Well, I had not thought of it, for as all in Verona know, boys have cooties. But still, if it be your wish, I shall look upon him. That, if you do not approve, I shall not be long.
So we join the Capulet party just as Romeo and Mercutio arrive. Moments later, Romeo catches his first glimpse of Juliet and is immediately stricken with the delightfully incurable ailment known as love.
Oh, what lady is that which doth enrich the hand of yonder puppeteer?
Oh, nay, my friend, cast not your favor upon those winds, for she is the daughter of Capulet.
Oh, she doth teach the torches to burn bright. Seems she hangs upon the cheek of night like a rich jewel in an Ethiop's ear. Beauty too rich for use, for earth too dear. Did my heart love till now, or swear its sight for, I ne'er saw true beauty till this kitten. If I profane with my unworthiest snout this holy shrine, the gentle fine is this. My lips two blushing pilgrims ready stand to smooth that rough touch with a tender kiss.
Sorry? He wants to kiss you.
Oh, then why did you not say it so? You kissed by the book.
Oh, good idea.
Juliet, do please attend me?
Thou wast saying, by what name sails this angelic kitty through the starlit heavens?
Juliet. Her name is Juliet, daughter of your father's greatest enemy.
Oh, she's a Capulet? That really stinketh.
Oh, Mother Gentle, who was that very pink man with the lovely curly tail?
His name is Romeo, son of Montague.
Oh, he's a Montague? Oh dear, that really stinketh.
Late that night, Romeo sneaks into the home of the Capulets in hopes of seeing Juliet again. He sneaks around in fear of being spotted by guards, eventually finding a balcony where Juliet stands, gazing out at the stars.
But soft, what light through, but soft. But soft, what light through yonder window breaks? It is the east, and Juliet is the sun.
Oh, Romeo, wherefore art thou Romeo?
Why can't she see him? He's right there.
No. Wherefore means why. For what reason?
Well, that seems a little rude. I think Romeo is a nice name.
The trouble is that his name is Montague, not that his first name is Romeo.
But she said, wherefore art thou Romeo?
Yes. Well, you see, it is his family name that's the problem, not his first name, trust me. And oh, by the way, it's wherefore, not whereforest. That would be someone who turns into trees in the moonlight.
Excuse me, we're trying to perform here. Sorry, back. Romeo, wherefore art thou Romeo?
See, I told you it's wherefore.
Deny thy father and refuse thy name. Or, if thou wilt not be but sworn my lord, and I'll no longer be a Capulet.
I take thee at thy word.
What need I have that best this read at night, so stumblest on my counsel?
A little help.
Oh, yes, that is Old English for, hey dude, it's kind of creepy that you're sneaking around the balcony like this.
Call me but love, and I'll be new baptized. Henceforth, I never will be Romeo. In truth, what is in a name? It is nor hand, nor foot, nor arm, nor face, nor pig, nor any other part belonging to a paper bag.
What? I was poised to say those very words to you.
Oh, well, that which we call a rose by any other name would smell as sweet.
Well, this becometh most spooky indeed. It is like you take the words from directly upon my lips. Those words that otherwise I might have been famous for their utterance. But if my kinsmen see thee, they will murder thee. Or perhaps employ thy fat picture to contain a child's lunch. Oh, 3 words, dear Romeo, and then good night indeed. If that thy bent of love be honorable, thy purpose married, send word tomorrow. If thy purpose be not married, well, I'm not that kind of kitty cat.
Well, honorable are my intents. And so tomorrow you shall see. And as for now, I say, good night.
Good night.
Goodbye.
Goodbye.
Bon nuit?
Bon nuit, my love.
Buenos noches.
You
No, you hang up first.
The next morning, Romeo again comes to see Juliet to profess his love for her. They decide to sneak off and have the good old Friar of Verona marry them. It was a brief and simple ceremony.
Do you?
Yep.
And you? All right. Nice piggy. You're married. Off you go.
Romeo.
The first thing that Romeo does is rush off to tell Benvolio the good news. Benvolio is happy for Romeo, but also concerned. He knows the hatred between the Capulets and Montagues runs deep.
The day is hot. The Capulets abroad. And if we meet, we shall not escape a brawl. Oh, by my head, here comes the Capulet Tybalt Beaker now. Oh, by my heel, I cannot.
Saggy Benvolio, I like not Romeo, and I like not you.
Uh-oh, someone is egging for a fight.
Well, I like not you either. So there.
Did you see that? A raspberry! A dirty blow!
Actually, Tybalt, I love thee now for reasons great, and thus we must be cool. I shall take my leave. Oh,
Could it be the hot-headed Romeo has become the peacekeeper?
Romeo, the hate that I afford thee can bear no better term than this. Thou art a villain.
A villain, he called him. That's worse than stupid.
come, sir, I would fight with you.
I am for you.
You are for me?
Yep.
For me? Really? That's wonderful. This completes my Tybalt collection. Here, help me carry him home.
Oh, I'm wounded. Most
There has
painfully.
been fighting this day. I warned you most sincerely that such is beyond the bounds of tolerance.
Romeo, it is the prince in all his frogly glory. He said the next to fight is great. In trouble, we must run away. Oh!
Well, that the vile offenders of this fray do flee. They are all banished.
Banished?
Banished!
Is that like being banished?
You ignoble fool! A sloth of neither wit nor place! Be you too banished!
What? Where?
And be you banished!
Oh.
Anyone else? Good. Banish it.
And so Juliet frets, alone in her chambers, having learned that her Romeo is a criminal Montague, and has been banished.
Banished!
It's unspoken, a deed most unfair from her personal point of view.
Leave the rhyming to the puppets.
Romeo, Romeo, how could this ever come to pass? Whatever shall I do now that my husband has been banished?
Banished!
Was it so stupid? But he is my husband, and I shall love him still. Oh.
And Romeo cannot depart without seeing his true love one last time, and sneaks into her chambers.
Juliet, sweet Juliet.
Edward?
No, Romeo.
Oh, indeed, it is you. Where have you been?
Who's Edward?
Oh, not but a fleeting shadow in the twilight. Oh, Romeo, I love you.
Oh, but I love you! Oh, but alas, the fates do oppose us. I have broken your fragile cousin, Tybalt, and have now been banished. Ed,
Yes, this I have already heard.
hast thou?
Yes.
Oh,
Oh, well, Snapchat. Mercutio did post it at nary a fortnight ago.
very good.
Oh, Romeo, must you truly leave?
I must leave.
Well then, goodbye, my love.
Oh, goodbye, my sweet.
Arrivederci.
Arrivederci.
Au revoir.
Au revoir.
I would have a word with you. My mother comes. Make haste, sweet Romeo. Make haste.
But I think I'm...
Legally, make haste. Oh, mother, I am so troubled.
Oh, sweet daughter, I shall dry your tears. Oh, marry, my child, early next Thursday morn. The gallant young and noble gentleman, the fair Paris, at St. Peter's Church shall happily make me there a joyful kitty cat bride.
Oh, you want me to marry Paris? Oh, dear.
Well, well, well. The problems just keep piling up for these unfortunate kids. Let's see. We're not bad enough that Juliet's love has been sent away. Her mother, not knowing her daughter is already married, wants her to marry someone else. Isn't this just the kind of thing you'd expect to see on the Real Housewives of Verona? With nowhere else to turn, Juliet goes to see the good old Friar of Verona, hoping he might offer some useful advice.
If rather than marry Paris, thou hast the strength of will to slay thyself, then it is likely thou wilt undertake a thing like death. To chide away this shame rather than compass with death himself. And if thou darest, I'll give thee remedy.
Are you suggesting what I think you're suggesting? Because that does not sound like a good life.
Oh, nay, nay, my lady. Take this vial and drink from it. It will make you appear as dead for 42 hours, long enough to dissuade Paris from his interest. And then you, upon awakening, shall join Romeo in his banishment. Banishment.
Oh, what a fine and clever ruse this shall be. Surely nothing can go wrong. I shall go and take it now. They will find me in my room. Oh.
And so Juliet does, just as the friar recommended. She returns to her chambers and drinks the sleeping potion, immediately falling into such a deep sleep she appears to be dead. But Romeo cannot depart without retrieving his lucky leaf, which he left behind in his haste.
Oh, Juliet, sweet Juliet. Oh, how can I go on without you? Oh. Alas, she is dead. It is perhaps just fate that upon my way here, I did tarry at the druggist to obtain this vial of vanilla extract. But rather than baking cookies, I will join her in the afterworld. Oh, go.
But alas, the potion was actually made as a sedative for the friar's restless pet sloth, Gertrude. And
What are you talking about? There are no sloths in Verona.
there are two. Look.
Um,
Why do you think they call the friar a man of the sloth?
Well, the sloths come from South America. Verona's in Italy, in Europe.
The swallow may fly south with the sun, or the plumber or house martin may seek warmer climes in winter. They are not strangers to our land.
Are you suggesting sloths migrate?
Not at all. They could be carried.
What? A swallow carry a sloth?
Look, do you really want to sit around here waiting for 2 and 40 hours? These kids have got to get home at some point, right? So if you don't mind, as I was saying, the potion was actually made as a sedative for the friar's pet sloth Gertrude to calm her down before going to the vet. So Juliet does not sleep all that long. She wakes up just moments later.
Romeo! Romeo! Oh, what's this? Closed in my true love's hand. Vanilla, I see has been his timeless end. Oh, churl, drunk all and left no friendly drop to help me after. I hear the sons of Paris, who doth approach, with nary a street lamp encumbered. This must end. Surely there must be a dagger here for me. Oh. Oh, happy leaf, this is thy sheep. Bonk.
The next morning, Romeo and Juliet are discovered by Lady Capulet and are soon joined by Mr. Montague and the rest of Verona.
Let your eyes be lips, that they might drain bitter brew from these dark omens played out upon your dearest inheritance. For thou deservest a fate no better than the most fearsome draught ever wrought from a fiend aromatic. For these two did belong as an eternity entwined, like unto the dearest of pairings, like chocolate unto peanut butter, or perhaps even more unto
What? This scene doth make good the friar's words. Whatever they so meaneth, their course of love, the tidings of their death, 'twas the curse of your enduring hatred. Bitter vengeance, deep roots rot away, that has brought upon your children this undeserved fate. Where Romeo, oh, poorest Romeo, brought low by Vanilla's cruel hand, and sweetest Juliet, whose forehead ever the mark of thief shall bear.
See what a scourge is laid upon your hate, that heaven finds means to kill your joys with love. And I, for winking at your discourse too, have lost a brace of kinsmen. All are punished.
Punished!
Punished.
As you can see, the story of Romeo and Juliet does not have a happy ending. In fact, the only one you could take out ahead was Gertrude the Sloth, who got out of going to the vets.
This is an important thing, but surely there must be some even greater good that can come of all this. You there, what do you have to say for yourself?
Oh, brother Montague, give me thy hand. This is my daughter's jointure, for no more can I demand.
In English.
English that be.
Yeah, the other English?
Let us be at peace.
Good enough. And you?
But I can give thee more. For I will raise her, statue in pure gold. And while Verona by that name is known, there shall no figure at that rate be set of that of true and faithful Juliet.
Did you hear that? He's
gonna build a gold statue of Juliet. Pretty neat, huh? You don't look impressed.
Impressed?
Oh, hush. Do any of you have a gold statue made for you? I didn't think so. But trust me, if you want one, there are better ways to go about it.
Gold statues? This is a terrible way to end a play.
Well, how would you end it?
In the words of Shakespeare himself, of course. Would you mind?
A glowing peace this morning with it brings.
This is a sad morning.
The sun, for sorrow, will not show his head.
Really, really sad.
Go hence to have more talk of these sad things.
We'll all talk about it some more.
Some shall be pardoned, and some punished.
And some people will definitely not be getting dessert tonight.
For never was there a story of more woe
The saddest tale ever
than this
is this one
of Juliet and her Romeo.
Thank you all for coming and seeing these wonderful puppets perform. We are going to have them relaxing over there if you would like to go pick them up. And we hope you've had a wonderful time. We'll be around for a little bit if you have any questions. If not, have a good afternoon.